just doing it because it's the culture. It is a culture of digital world. So in the television show, we talk about nowadays a new thing called Bitcoin. Bitcoin is like an encrypted digital coin, right? We have a show on that. We talked about e-commerce, e-learning. We talk about e-nursing, e-health. All these are, e means electronic, because electronic devices are used to convey their messages. For our field in e-learning, we must make sure the learning materials are designed with appropriate instructional design principles and strategies. And these are derived from learning theories. So some of you in our instruction technology field, so your focus is to how can you design online or e-learning which will be acceptable globally. For example, one of the issues I always talk about is this. For example, thumbs up sign is good for Western culture or America. And thumbs up sign could be some derogatory for people in some countries. For example, I grew up in Bangladesh. So when I used to play cricket, and when I'm bowled out, means I'm out, my peers, my friends will do like this, means that you didn't do good or something like that. Now that because of digital culture, people all over the know thumbs up means good. But in my time, it was like derogatory statement. So for example, if I'm in Bangladesh those days, taking a class from an American university, and the university course asked me what is the capital of America, Washington DC, New York, Thailand, Bangkok or whatever. So answer I pick is Washington DC, which is correct. By this answer, the computer would give me thumbs up. Means, way to go, you did very good. But if I were in Bangladesh those days, I would think the thumbs up means I'm challenging you. So these are cross-cultural communication. So when you're designing e-learning for global audience, make sure sign and symbols and emotions and the tone of your course, graphics, they are universally acceptable. So how do you do it? It's difficult. You wouldn't know what other people thinking in other parts of the world. Well, you do delivery study, but be concerned that you are working locally to creating online courses, but you have to think globally. You see, even your website, YouTube, small video contributed by anyone called user-generated content, UGC. So for user-generated content, many of them don't know that their materials are going all over, but know that when you put anything on the internet, it is all over. So for education field, in the learning field, how useful is digital world? I think very useful. First of all, we have all teachers, teaching staff, they must be ready. They must be motivated, and they should get enough training on how to teach online, because it takes a lot of patience and a lot of commitment. And on the other hand, the students who are coming out of elementary, primary school, they are more digital native than us. But still the students need some orientation and training, because online education and learning is really one has to be self-disciplined, and time management is important. So, having said that, the book that we will be launching at 11 o'clock is about 50 minutes left, but we can talk about a little bit about the book. Now is this, this book has been translated in many languages in the world, but I feel that the book has a model called Khan's e-learning framework, the octagonal framework. And it's like if you have a cup of water, a glass of water in this, so if you put it in a bowl, it will take the shape of that bowl. You see what I mean? So it honors local culture, local teaching methods, and also very concerned about the local technology infrastructure. You see, So a book that is created in English is for, whoever uses, English speaking, but in different countries, for digital world, different kind of opportunities, different kind of cultures and diversity of languages. Because of that, so when they're translating the book in their own languages, they think about it and very seriously. In fact, my book has been translated into Vietnamese, has not been published yet. So the professor, we call her Ruby, and she asked me so many questions through Facebook, almost every day during the translation. Because for her country, what I wrote in American audience to begin with, and is a different thing. So whoever I work with in the translation process, they focus, I requested them focus on their own way, own pedagogical principles, own system, so that students who are using the framework become aware where and how they would behave and treat with others. Because you are no longer treating with the students or people in Hajjai, you are probably going to other places in Russia. They're going to be communicating with their work, like e-commerce, e-education, e-everything, So you need to have we don't have any standard in the world. Because openness, let it be, stay open. It is flexible, but we are different people, right? We have to have our different diversity in our hand that is a strength. But we have to make sure we do not offend any culture. You see, for example, in China, maybe red color used for vibration, very vibrating culture. It's a good thing for them. But again, red color used for danger in the United States, right? So you do a lot of study. By studying, you are becoming more knowledgeable about the world. No time in the world. I was a professor at the George Washington University. I never thought that I had to think about other people. When my course became an online version, then I had to think about this thing. So cross-cultural communication has been added to our teaching now, and we have to be aware of it. Technology. Suppose you have a beautiful high-speed sports car. So other car you have very old one, other person's old car. Now, e-learning you can make it very beautiful, like a nice, beautiful smooth car. But in real life, the street is good, and you can drive the car. You can enjoy your, especially your driving. And e-learning uses the digital infrastructure, which is information highway. If you have some bumping, or there's something not working, then it's like you're driving with a big, nice car, but there is a gap or potholes in the street. It's not going to be a good journey, right? Even though you have a beautiful car, same thing, you have created a most meaningful e-learning. But if your connectivity is not good, then it will be like, buying a very nice car, but you cannot drive the way you like. So basically, I will open up to you. I'm here today. I'm so happy again to Dr. Prabhupada and Dr. Vasant to invite me. Beautiful city, Hajjai. We ate very nice dinner at a halal restaurant that we went there last time, and very cordial dinnership, and also Mrs. Dr. Vasant is here, and they studied in University of Missouri at Columbia, and we had good discussions of many things. And my wife also then in the hotel, we came out, and there is some kind of fair going on, food and clothing, and a lot of people in there. So I love Hajjai. Hajjai, if there is another opportunity for me to come here, I will come to Hajjai. And this is wonderful. So I will open up to some students, graduate students who may have few questions. Anyone? So take your time, you know, when you speak, you just have to press it. So as you are getting ready, I will entertain any question you have, and it's going globally. So what is the new thing in our field? There's something called MOOCs, Massive Open Online Course. And thank God, I have developed a book based on my doctrinal framework, and that we got the prestigious award last year from AECT, Association of Education and Communication Technology. At Las Vegas, we went there to receive the award.